Hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks for joining me for another video. It's that time of year again that I'm going to show you what's in my camera bag. If you remember, we did a video last year, and a number of years ago prior to last year, I did a video on what's in my camera bag, and obviously I'm taking this from the perspective of a cosplay photographer. But obviously I do fashion events and lots of other photography projects, but this is specifically for cosplay photography. So let's get into it. So obviously we're going to start with the bag that I showed you last year. I'm going to show you again this year. This is the TUBU bag, and this bag I got this a couple of years ago, and one of the things I do like about this bag is that it actually looks like a regular book bag, so it doesn't attract a lot of attention. Recently, a photographer out of Chicago by the name of Chicago, I recently found out had their items stolen. So obviously, as photographers, I think it's a good idea to make sure that when we're transporting gear around that we look inconspicuous. And so if you probably want to reconsider purchasing the bags that look more expensive and get something that is nice and ordinary, that people would not suspect has thousands of dollars worth of gear in it. One of the features of this bag that I like is this rain shield that goes over it. Helps to keep the water from getting on the gear. The other feature that I like is that it opens from the back, this area right here. So that allows me to be able to pull gear out that way instead of through the sides. The sides present a number of problems. Things could fall out. It's not as secure as grabbing something out of the back. There's another bag I want to show you. In a couple of weeks, I'll actually be going to Katsukan in Harbor in National Harbor, Maryland, and I'll be taking this bag with me. This is a rolling bag. It looks like a piece of rolling luggage, but this is from Vanguard. I've had this one for a couple of years, so I'll put the name of it. I'll put the name of it in this video, and I'll provide a description of everything, links to everything that I've talked about today. So this is this bag is. I like this bag. It looks very nice. It looks like a regular piece of luggage. It does look a little bit more expensive, but it's nice hard shell around in the back. You also have space for your laptop. Lots of space in here for to put your camera gear, and there's some nice piece of netting that zips around to make sure that your gear doesn't fall out. So this is a very nice piece right here of bag that you can have. So let's get to what you really came here to see. One other thing I did want to mention is that attached to my bag, I know a lot of people use Apple AirTags, but I use these newer Samsung devices to protect my gear. It's like little tracking things on it, so I do have that attached to my bag. So getting started with what we actually have in the bag. We have the Sony A7R5. I bought this camera last year, and actually I'm going to be making some new videos about this, a 1 year, looking back at 1 year shooting with this camera. You will know all the specs to it. So this is a really great camera. Attached to it, I picked up the Sony vertical grip. This is the Sony branded one, and I like this one. It didn't give me the problems that the third party one that I had gave me. So I just went ahead and picked this up. It is quite expensive, but you know, I did need something to help accommodate my my big hands. The benefit is that you can keep a second battery in here, and having that doubles your shoot time. So attached to the A7R5 is the 85 1.8 G Master lens. I love that lens. Done a lot of videos, taken a lot of photos with it. Done a few videos on it. I'm going to be doing another video on this after a couple of years, more of a long term review. That'll probably be what I call the video. Moving on, we have the 85 1.4 G Master. This is one of the first. This is actually the first G Master that I purchased. Really like this lens. Does a great job. I know there's a lot of other ones out, but this is the first one that I bought, and so I didn't feel the need to go and purchase another 85 when I already own this one. So, and those new 85s weren't out when this was released. So I may have gotten the Sigma version, but I already got this one. So I don't see a reason to go and spend more money on buying another 85. Last year, I showed you my 50 Zeiss lens. So I've replaced that with the 50 1.4 G Master from Sony. This is a lens that they released last year. So really good lens. I've done a video on this lens. Very does a great job. So those are the camera and lenses. Obviously, I've been shooting with Sony for a long time, and I am a big fan of the photos that I get out of the Sony cameras, and the color of the images and everything like that all work very well. Dynamic range, so we can talk about that some other time. Let's talk about some lighting equipment here. I have the AD200, which I talked about this last year. Very good flash that you can travel with. I also have, this is a newer item that I picked up, but it's not new in itself. This is the GODOX 850 Mark III, the V850 Mark III. Very good lens. The one thing I like about this one is that it has this rechargeable battery in it. So the refresh time on it is very quick. So I can, you know, really does a great job at recycling, especially when you're shooting it at the higher power levels. And an additional item that I picked up for my, you know, with all the lighting is I picked up this GODOX X Pro 2. The X Pro 2 replaced the original X Pro that I had before. That one was starting to break on me. I used it for a couple of years, so this was a natural replacement. And actually, GODOX does have a new product that they have coming out. I don't know. I would be very interested in getting that one since I already have this, but it's supposed to be touchscreen. So, but you know, I think this is more than sufficient for my needs. In addition to that, we upgraded our audio system this year. So last year I was using like a mic. I was using a third-party mic. I had a lavalier mic that I was using as well. So I picked up the GODOX MoveLink 2 as an audio system. actually still have those old mics and things like that, but this seems to work. Hopefully I can get it to work well. So we'll see how the sound sounds in there. But you get two transmitters, and you get the receiver and two mics, basically. You get this case, which is a pass through. So all of the charge, it simply works as pass through, where you can charge all of the different mics and transceiver in there. In addition, they also provide you with everything that you need. So you get some dead cats. You get the lavalier mics. There's some other connection cables and charging units for each one of the units there. And I just bought this case to keep everything in there. And that's one thing is you probably want to try and keep your camera bag organized instead of trying to look for everything. And so that was one solution that I came up with, and I found one of these cases here, which you keep like a lot of tech stuff in. So in mine, I have, this is the charger for the battery for the V850 Mark III. I have a stand for it as well, and I also have a Seagate SSD, external SSD. If you're going out on assignment, you need to make sure that you have a external SSD with you, 1 or 2 terabytes. I would suggest 2 terabytes, and then some additional connection cables. You don't want all of this stuff flying around your bag. You just want to be able to access it very quickly. Some additional USB cables, card reader, and also I have a additional battery for my Sony, for my A7R5. I would suggest that you keep a first party additional battery. First party is better. I do not recommend that you use third party batteries for your camera, whatever system that you're on. They don't work very well, and you use it at your own risk. But I would just say get the first party battery, because 9 times out of 10 you're going to be able to use it for multiple bodies in the future. So you're making a investment that's going to last some time instead of having to buy batteries over and over again. One of the things that we're trying to get into doing a bit more video. So one of the ideas that we came up with was to use our cell phone to take point of view videos, and you've probably seen the one that I've done. I actually have 2 of those up there now. I got this little harness, and I'll leave a link with, like I said before, but I have used this. This just fits right on the chest, and you put it on. It's a harness. You take your phone and you just put it in this thing. You just have to kind of tighten it in there, so you can arrange that. They also have like Instacam and Hero camera things, but those things cost a couple $100, and this was $25. So also, I needed a new laptop for the work that we're doing. So we got this Asus laptop. This was released a couple of 2023 CES, and it's a very powerful laptop. Has a dedicated graphics card, and I would recommend that if you are using Windows, this is a Windows machine. If you are using Windows, you need to make sure that you have a dedicated graphics card in your machine. I got this day after Christmas. It was like $800, but it's retail is about, I believe it's about $1,200 or $1,300. So, but since they have I think they have newer laptops out now, so it may be, it may be marked down at the time that you're listening to this video. A few other items that I want to show you. Obviously, you want to make sure that you have get yourself a color checker passport, match your colors with. I've actually had this for a very long time, and so that can be useful. I don't use it as much, but it's still, I think it's something that you can keep. Lots of videos on YouTube on how to use it. So, memory card holder. This is a magnetic one. Got this off of Amazon. It was a few bucks. Get yourself some additional cards for your camera. Always keep a bunch of them, because you never know. Just keep a bunch of them, and get something that is going to be nice and hard. It's going to be very difficult to break this, so you want to keep your stuff protected. And if your camera allows, shoot redundant. Really important. Also, I know it's like kind of different, but I still believe in business cards. Get yourself a couple of business cards, put the QR code on them for your social media, whatever ones you use. But I think business cards it's good to hand someone something, because then they'll remember and they'll contact you back. I've had that happen a few times. So I believe that is everything that we have. Oh, there's still 2 more items. Sorry. This is a Ugreen 145 watt power bank. I think that these are really important to have to recharge your cell phone, charge up your batteries. You never know in a situation. You could run your laptop off of these. Get yourself a power bank. And this one is from Ugreen, so it's a little bit more expensive, but we had a little bit of extra budget we could work with. So, and we grabbed these obviously at the right time, but get yourself a power bank. It's always a good idea. Finally, when you're staying in a hotel or anything like that, you're going to have to, you may not have access to a lot of outlets. And so this is a good device to have. This is it's like this allows you to be able to get your, to charge multiple things. And this charges at 64 watts, I believe. I'll leave the name of it You'll see the names of all of those on this video. But I used this a couple of weeks ago when I had to go out of town for work, and it worked extremely well. I had, I think 3 or 4 items hooked up to it, and I had like literally no problems. So have one of these. If you only have like one outlet in your hotel room or Airbnb or whoever you might be staying with on your photography assignment, having one of these is a good idea. And I think it's better than having the other sticks, the multi-tap things. Those are a pain, and this just obviously it looks better. So that is my camera bag. That's what's in my camera bag. Thank you for joining me very much. I'm going to leave links to as much of this stuff as I can in the description of this video. Please make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.